Hey, how is everybody doing? What's going on, y'all? What's up, y'all? I'm going to give you a few minutes to jump on here because in case you haven't noticed, I took a few minutes off. I took a couple of days off of my videos since last week. We have all kinds of exciting things happening, and there are some things that I want to share with you about what I have going on. So, if you have been following along, you know that I've been writing my blog series about a lot of hormonal issues that a lot of people have, and people who are struggling with health problems or maybe trying to lose weight. I am doing this live in my car. I'm doing this live in my car because I have to pick up Chloe from her job. And if you can tell by the dark circles in my eyes, I have some little people who did not sleep. Did not sleep well last night at all, y'all. These people are trying to kill me. Anyway, so what I'm talking about is women and hormones, but I want to be real specific with it. And I want to talk mostly about thyroid disease and people who have metabolic syndrome or insulin resistance. So if you're on here, or you know anybody that has metabolic issues, maybe you have Hashimoto's, maybe you have thyroid issues, maybe you have, maybe you don't know what you have, but when you are eating well and exercising and you're not able to lose any weight, or you're not seeing any changes, this may be something that's going on. So hey Ann, hey Tracy, hey Tina, thank y'all for jumping on. So what's going on? So I have some cool stuff that I have been kind of having on the back burner for a little while, things in the works, and I am going to be releasing some of that tonight. So the first thing that I have, hey Aaron, the first thing that I have coming out tonight is going to be a sample guide, like a meal plan, but just for one day, a meal plan that's going to give you detailed information. Can you all see me? It's kind of funky lighting. Detailed information on how to eat when you have thyroid disease. How to eat to make it work rather than just eating whatever, or just eating low carb, or just eating whatever. This lighting is so, hey son, how you doing? Sun just came out on me, y'all. It's raining and the sun is like blinding me. Yeah, and I mean, Aaron, it's definitely a struggle, and I've been studying and studying so much in the last few months about this stuff, because with things like Hashimoto's, there is a lot of evidence that talks about how it is an autoimmune disease. So it's basically when your thyroid starts attacking itself, just like any other autoimmune disease. Thanks, I'm glad y'all can see me. The sun is so weird right now. I can't seem to get a good spot. It's basically like any other autoimmune disease where your immune system starts attacking itself. So your thyroid starts breaking itself down, and it is a vicious cycle. It's something that's really difficult to break out of. Just like if you have psoriasis or eczema, all of those things are even Crohn's disease. Hey Rebecca, it's so good to see you. All of those things are considered to be autoimmune diseases. So if you have that, you're struggling, I really, really want to encourage you to go back on my Facebook page or go to my website at coachadrian.com, and you can look under the blog. I have some really, really useful information about, I'm sorry if the camera is wiggling. I'm wiggly when I talk. I have trouble keeping still. Anyway, go to my website and look in the blog, but I want you specifically to go and look at leaky gut syndrome and its relationship with autoimmune diseases, because there's a lot of stuff linking it, and I'm going to tell you right now that I've been told by my doctor that I have some kind of autoimmune disease. We don't know what it is. My thyroid levels and all that are normal, and my rheumatoid, I think it's rheumatoid, my personal observation. That's what I think it is. But my rheumatoid factor is negative, but you can have rheumatoid arthritis without having that. But long story short, when you have these autoimmune diseases, even if you are already had your thyroid irradiated, even if you're on medications, there are things that you can do nutritionally to improve what's going on in your life and improve your situation. So don't feel like just because you have thyroid disease, or you have this Hashimoto's, or maybe you have insulin resistance and metabolic resistance, or metabolic syndrome rather, or even they're calling it pre-metabolic disease, pre-diabetes. If you've heard any of those terms, what I have coming up in store for you it should be really helpful. Now, it works if you make it work. So I can give you all the information in the world, but if you don't apply the information, then you're not going to get anywhere and you're not going to see any results. So I'm not saying it's easy, especially if you're trying to do like heal your leaky gut. That kind of thing is a little bit it's kind of difficult, but it's not something that can't be done. I personally did an autoimmune protocol for 8 weeks. It was really hard, but yes, and it's hard, Erin. You know, there are things that you have to give up, but I will tell you that, I mean, even my husband can tell you, I was complaining so much of joint pain, and once I started to do it, after I got through about 4 or 5 weeks, my complaints of pain were less and less. So there's a lot of truth to it. I think it's very, very beneficial. I don't think there's any point where you can look back on it and say, oh, you know, I'm too far gone. I already have my thyroid radiated, or, you know, whatever. You can still apply some of these things. So it's thank you, Beverly. Yes, it's definitely worth the work. So look for me to post. I'm going to post a free meal plan on how to combine your fats and carbs and proteins. I know I've been working with another friend of mine. We've talked a lot about this, and in one of my previous blogs, I talked about specifically how to pair up some of those macronutrients to get the best results from your nutrition. So I'm going to go in even more detail and tell you specifically what types of food to eat to help you get the best results. And I'm also going to be putting out a thyroid meal plan to help keep that under control. And I'm also working on my anti-inflammatory course. Things are a little bit slow for me because I have these little munchkins and I seem to be the mom taxi. Like, I am the mom taxi for real, y'all. Can I just live out my car? I could do my videos, you know, for my course just right here in the car. All right, guys. So if you want to check that out, if you have thyroid disease, if you have been diagnosed with insulin resistance, I am going to be putting out a metabolic insulin resistant meal plan that is going to help you get the guidelines that you need to have success and to see some progress in your journey. So look for that. I'm going to post the link to that blog and the downloadable meal plan, which will be in the comments of this blog late tonight or early tomorrow morning. And you can look at all of the other stuff on autoimmune protocol and the leaky gut syndrome on my website at coachadrian.com. So thanks for hopping on. And if you know anybody that has any of these issues, feel free to share, send them in my direction. I'm always here. You can send me a PM. And I'm happy to help you any way that I can. Hope you have a wonderful day. Bye.